guys, welcome to Me and My Fitness. You're joined by Scott Griffiths and myself, Robert Kane. We're going to talk today about what we feel the benefits and maybe some disadvantages to certain programs are, and some of the style of trainings that we use throughout our own training routine, and why we've picked certain things to work with and certain things to work on. So Scotty, what different types of styles of training are there?
So over the last, how many years now? I would say at least 5 years.
Yeah.
Big word of like HIIT has come into the fitness world. HIIT training, which means high intensity interval training.
Yeah.
Back during, let's say 10 years ago, it used to be called circuit training, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as the world moves on and influencers on Instagram and Facebook start using these types of training, obviously people follow. So we do hear of a lot of HIIT. Functional is another one that we use a lot of now. Calisthenics, isn't it?
Calisthenics.
That's another one, on the rings and kind of, gymnastics, basically. Yeah. That's what it is, isn't it? If you look at it like that.
That's it.
What else, Rob? What else do you?
There's also your
kind of hear of in this.
There's also your strength training, body weight training. We spoke about calisthenics. There's also certain training plans that will do speed, endurance, and agility. And there's obviously very much sport-specific training programs.
So what do you use with your clients most?
So I have a mixture. I mix between strength training and movement training, because I believe that when people come and see me, it's about firstly, taking them out of whatever experience they've had outside, making sure they enjoy the session. And I find that most people find some enjoyment from movement and also some strength training. So I like to bridge the gap between them using certain exercises. I call that loaded movement training, tools that I will use, Vipers, medicine balls, boxes, bands especially. And I found that's definitely...
This is why studios are doing so well. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
And one of the key words that you've used twice or three times there is enjoyment.
Yeah. Yeah.
People must enjoy it, Yeah. I really feel that strongly. And that's why these people like F45, 9 Round, the guys that I work with, all these kind of studios which have become where people would rather go instead of like your kind of gym.
Yeah.
Gyms are still buzzing, don't get me wrong. You've got the gym, Pure Gym, all the Easy Gym. You've got all these kind of low cost budget gyms. It's flying, absolutely flying. But the same as ever, these studios are absolutely buzzing.
Yeah.
Right? Because
it's the little boutique studios that have really taken off over the last 5-6 years, because people are wanting to train in groups. They want to belong to something and they want to train with people, because there's nothing like motivation when someone next to you is going quicker and you have to catch them, or they're going slower and you've just basically bigged yourself up because you're absolutely killing the session. You don't tend to get that training on your own. And there's a reason why, personal training's not dead and coaching isn't dead. People need that level of support for you to say to them, hey, 4 more, or come on, you got 20 seconds, let's go for it. Mm-hmm. And that group environment that you find in the studios really helps. Yeah. But HIIT training has really taken off over the last, since we've definitely been working like circuits before, now HIIT training. And I definitely use that to condition people. When I talk about conditioning, it's conditioning you for challenges that are outside. So making you a little fitter, making you a little stronger. Things like AMRAPs, EMOMs, all of these words have come from, the CrossFit world, and we've now built them into everyday training. And that's the style that
big abbreviated things that we've used before. Yeah. And when you talk about your training, and some people hate it, some people love it, CrossFit. I think it's great. Yeah. I think every kind of form of training is great. If you're moving more, eating right, you feel amazing, and CrossFit, love it or hate it, it's there to stay. But their form of training, I think, is fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you're saying, it's loaded, it's functional, it's strength.
Yeah.
I think I've done like 1 or 2 classes ever, and it's great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's a great form of training. So what would you say, Rob? Like, people this kind of epidemic that we're in now, right? Pandemic, whatever you want to call it, COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Yeah, if you try and buy fitness equipment, it is impossible, or it's like 10 times the price.
Yeah.
If this continues, the world will be, personally, and it's been proven, will be less depressed, will be less obese. All this kind of thing has come from a bad patch, right?
Yeah.
If you're starting fitness now, what would be your advice of how to start?
Okay, so first off, find a routine. I think some of the mistakes people make is they try and do 100 hours in a 24-hour day. You know, they try and train all of the time. I'm a big believer in having this as an add-on for future life. So for instance, someone comes to me and says, I'll train with you for 5 times a week. I'm always going to say to them, nah, I'm not going to train you more than 3 times a week, because I want you to have a bit of a routine. You've got to have some rest periods and you've got to have some downtime. So for me, number one is finding a routine, something that you enjoy doing that challenges you. And in today's world, because of how we are built, I believe that we should be able to move our bodies more effectively first, then pick up a load of things. So if I say to someone, hey, you can't do a pull-up, we're going to try and challenge you to be able to do a pull-up. We can't do a burpee, we can't do a press-up. For me, it's about challenging yourself enough with the weight that you already have for you to be able to move better. So what I mean very simply is find some body weight training that is going to help you and benefit you. I would split that by a push, pull, and a leg day. So do some back exercises, do some push exercises, and do some leg exercises. That would be my 3 days worth of training in a very simple form.
Yeah, I'm very simple. I think it's bang on. One thing I would add on the back end is accountability.
Yeah.
So keep yourself accountable to someone.
Yeah.
I think it's really good to have a training partner.
Yeah.
I really do think that, and this is why classes work.
Yeah.
So my advice, to add to your advice before we end the video, is find a routine, find something you enjoy. Thirdly, add a bit of strength and body weight movement in. And then if you can, train with someone and be accountable. Would you agree on those points?
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Because you've got the benefit of all the words. You've got connection. You're using your body. You can challenge yourself in terms of how many rounds and reps that you do of a certain exercise. There's a program that we've worked on, which is about 6 minutes of exercise. People normally have 6 minutes, and it's 3 exercises, 12, 6, or 18 repetitions of each movement, as many rounds as you can in 6 minutes. And you can keep that as simple as you want to, or make it as technical as you want to.
Yeah.
So I think, absolutely. Find something that you enjoy and you love.
Great. So thanks, guys, for watching another episode of Me and My Fitness Vlogs. Just give us a like, or give us a thumbs up, and hit the little notification bell just down below here. And then that will notify you every single time we have a video out. And then if you would like to hit the subscribe, that would be fantastic and help us grow our channel also. So thanks, guys. See you soon.